Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. Today, I'd like to share with you a very important topic. If we, at this time or this era, do not seriously make corrections, then we are actually losing it. Now, what I'm going to share with you today is about internal. So when everybody heard about internal, most people will think it is something advanced, something mysterious, something magic, and then start to think about different grandmaster. Well, statistically, the truth is most of the people today who talk internal do not know what internal is. Okay? Yes, it is this serious. I'm going to share with you an evidence since 100 years ago or 90-something years ago, which exists until today. Okay? So, internal. Many times, people tell me, well, Hendrik, if they want to study internal Wing Chun, they need to study Xing Yi because Xing Yi is internal. Xing Yi is a sister art of Wing Chun. And somebody will always say to me, Xiu Nim Tao is the dictionary of techniques. It is internal. And then start with all this grandmaster's internal, that internal, all this kind of stuff. Do you know that all of this are just superficial using of terms where they have no idea what is internal means? Seriously, they have no idea. Now, the reason for these problems, and it exists not even only in the West, in Asia, is that people have never got the training. They don't know what it is. And then they start to speculate. In the West, the same, there are famous scholars will treat the ancient Chinese classic like a philosophy, like an ideas, like a concept, and try to make equivalent from what they think, and think that is what the Chinese mean. Well, with all this, you mess the entire thing up. If you look at this like a civilizations, we are actually have lost it. So, just an example for Wing Chun. Is it true that Xiu Nim Tao is a dictionary of techniques? Well, of course it is not. Xiu Nim Tao is a training. It is not a dictionary of techniques. It is a training. Now, and all this internal Tai Chi, Qi, Xing Yi, all this stuff, and then at the end they say, what? Tao is the thing. You look at the today in Tai Chi, people say, well, Tai Chi is from this Taoist. And so you think that, oh yeah, in that there must be some Taoist which is can play magic and so forth, so forth, so forth. Well, by evidence is since 1931, the Westerner, the scholar from the West, have started to translate Taoist, important Taoist classic. And until today, most Chinese do not know what is going on. And so most Westerner who talk Taoist, you know where they end up to. So today I'd like to share with you a very famous Taoist classic. This is the book. At first, The Secret of Golden Flower. It is a Taoist book. It is a meditation book. It is not a philosophy book. Now, so it is at first is translated by Richard Wilhelm in Europe, and then later translate into English, and I think the first version is in German or something like that. You know, if I'm not wrong, you guys can check it. So here is a translate and explained by Richard Wilhelm, and then commentary by C.C. Jung. Wow, this is big name, right? Today, I like to share with you with this book. It is seriously problematic. Now, I'm not saying that I know it all and they are wrong, they don't know. It's not that. I want to point out, unless you are trained, you do not know what is going on. Try to make equivalent between words is the root of misleading. So let's go into it step by step in detail so you know what is going on. We do have the solution. In fact, I have already shared with you the solution for years. So this is the Taoist book, the meditation book. And then you can hear about many people talk about this book, The Secret of Golden Flower, you know, magic. You can have this all different type of stuff. But guess what? If you look closely to this book, it is reference to Buddha's sutta, like Surangama, okay, which is often talked about. So over here, he said that in the book of Leng Yan, well, Leng Yan is Surangama. And then they go on with by concentrating the thought, one can fly, but all those kind of stuff, okay? So this is, you know that this book is reference or based on Buddhist sutta, this Taoist book, supposed to be this really advanced Taoist book. It is based on the Buddhist sutta. So the first is Surangama. Or you can get Surangama Sutta in Amazon, okay? Now, and over here, again, it said, here, fixating contemplations is a Buddhist method which has not by any means been handed down as a secret. So what is the fixating contemplating? Well, over here it said that the method of fixating contemplation, Qi Guan. Qi Guan is the meditation method of Buddhist Tian Tai school. Well, so this is translating the ancient document of the Taoists. And in the ancient document of the Taoists, it said that it referred to, at first, is the Srangama, and now it is this fixating contemplations. And then he said that this is fixating contemplations. Zhi Guan is the meditation method of Buddhist Tian Tai school. Well, guess what it is? This thing in Chinese is referred to this book, which I have shared with you guys for so many moons, okay, or many years, the essence of Buddhist meditations. Okay. Now, so we know that in this book, it is based on Buddha's meditations book, meditation sutta, like the Srangama and and this book. Okay. Now, guess what is this? What is this so-called fixating contemplation? What is it? Well, fixating fixating contemplations. It was named this way because the author, the scholar, do not know what it is. So what is a fixating contemplations? It is samatha, and vipassana. Well, everybody today, you type into the Google, you can see what is samatha and vipassana. Samatha is stillness, coming down, stillness practice. Contemplations is vipassana. So it is sometimes called calming and insight meditations. Okay. That is the samatha and vipassana. Now, so the author continue on to translate circulations of light and making the breath rhythmical. What is this? Circulations of light, making the breathing rhythmical. What is it? You know what is it? Circulations is somehow the author, because they don't understand, they never experience this, they never learn about this. Circulations is just samatha. Light is just vipassana. So the entire thing is the tuning of breath while one is practicing samatha and vipassana. Okay? And the Taoist way is saying that circulating of light. Circulations in Taoist, they use a different term. The circulation is actually the practice of calmness. Light is about contemplations. Okay? And over here is not making the breathing rhythmical. It's just when you contemplate, you practice the calmness and the contemplations, samatha, vipassana, it have to deal with your breathing. So at the end, your mind and your breathing synchronize, which I have always taught so many times here, right? For example, I always say that at this, the nurture chi, your mind and your breathing synchronize. So that is that thing, okay? Now, so you know that by this, you know that the scholar do not know what it is. They just translate it. They talk, oh, this is Chinese philosophy. So they translate the words with the best way they try to describe it, present it, presenting what the Chinese term says, but they do not know what actually the terms means. It's very different that you translate what the terms say and what the terms mean. Now, if you look at this, okay, so this is a part of the Taoist text. It said, the master fear that when beginner have one set, lower the lids, confused fantasy may arise because of which the heart will begin to beat so that it is difficult to guide. Therefore, he teaches the practice of counting the breath and fixing the thought of the heart in order to prevent energy and spirit from flow out. You know the entire thing? I can sum with you so simple. It just means when you practice meditation, when you relax your lids of your eyes, you practice counting the breath so that your mind, your thought not running away, not running around, go crazy. So in today's word is what? Your mindfulness meditations. Okay? So the entire thing is just saying that the master feel that beginner, once they practice meditations, their thought running wild. So that's why the master asking the student to practice counting the breathing, counting the exhale. Every time they exhale, they count one. Exhale, they count two. So what is that? The counting of the breathing is the beginning of the Buddha's teaching, Anapanasati. See, over here you get into this confused fantasy, and then the heart will begin to beat so that it is difficult to guide. And therefore, he teaches the practice of counting the breath and fixing the thought of the heart in order to prevent energy and spirit from flowing outward. So what the heck it is? It's a so simple thing. It's just like, okay, you practice meditation. Now you want to calm down. You practice samatha. You want to calm down. When you calm down, because you do not know how to deal with your mind and all kind of stuff. So what do? You're counting your breath. Get you something to do so that you settle down. So that's the beginning of the practice of Anapanasati. Okay. So now you see that this book is based on the Buddhist teaching of Anapanasati, of the Vipassana and Samatha. Big time. It based big time on the Buddha's teaching. And that's why it cite out Surangama, it cite out this book, this 止观, which is 小止观, which is Samatha and Vipassana book. Chinese call it 止观 in the Indian call it Samatha Vipassana. So if you never practice of it, you never go to a teacher and learn, and then you never go investigate and study Srangama, and then the Vipassana and Samatha book, and then Anapanasati, and practice all this kind of thing, you cannot translate anything at all because you don't know what it is. So the most basic of basic, if you look at when I do this book, I sum it up for you. You want to get from the intelligent world where your mind running around everything to the nature world. Enter into the nature world to nurture chi. So the entire thing of internal is based on the basic of samatha practice, calmness, stillness practice, where you need to start with like the anapanasati, counting the breath to calm you down. And then there are many levels of it. So when you come down, when your mind and your breath synchronize together, and that is where your body sink down. Sinking meaning get into the stillness, and that is where your internal start dealing with your in today's language we call it heart rate variability. Okay, if you can do that, for sure you will be able to handle your heart rate variability. So as in this practice, yoga, okay, track with Hendrix Apple Watch. Okay, so when you get into that, your heart rate from maximum 86 drop down until the average is 70 and drop down even lower. So you are in the resting, and then your post-workout HRV, heart rate variability, increase 13 point. Okay, so when you're really tired, over here afternoon, I'm really tired already, just hit 14. When I was asleep, it is 40. When it hit 14, and then I rest a little bit, it go up to say about 18 or something. Wow, I just say, okay, I'm going to go do a nurture chi with the N1 process. It shoot out right away, 13 points, back to 31. So yeah, for our friends who do not know the process, it is in the Wing Chun Inception, okay, and that is based on the first teaching of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao. So you see, Wing Chun Inceptions, what I'm doing is I want that base to be known, the practice to be known and be really practiced. That's why you have a Apple Watch or a Garmin. You can track your heart rate variability. If you really get it, you can quiet your mind down. Then you will be able to get result. You know. Now, so you see, you know, not to say that no, I'm better than you or whatever. This is a 100-year-old book, right? 1931, and all this big name. Well, it is a mess. So in the West, everybody talk about this golden flowers of the Taoists, the Qi, or the Yi, and all this kind of thing. And then after 100 years, what are you doing? Does anybody really develop anything? Of course it's not. Why? Because nobody knows what is going on. So it's the same with this thing. Same with this Jenna Qi Ji Guang book. You have PhD translated, you have expert translated, but at the end, nobody trained in the traditional Chinese martial art, the Qi Ji Guang way. So, I mean, heaven know what the heck are you guys talking about? And then everybody start to use the same term. So same thing. The fighting art and the internal, you end up this way. So like today, you say, oh yeah, you know, Xiu Lim Tao is about the dictionary of techniques. Are you sure? Do you know what it is? Oh, Xing Yi is the sister art of Wing Chun. Are you sure? And then you say about, oh, I want to Xing Qi to Dan Tian and everything. So my question to everybody who want to Xing Qi to Dan Tian is, get the Apple Watch and check it. Will you be able to raise your heart rate variability? Because you can check your heart rate variability that whether you go to rest or not, right? For your recovery. Can you do that? Say in 20 minutes. Now, this is not to tell you that I'm the grandmaster of universe. This is to tell you that if we do not take that thing back so that we can use it today, every day, everybody know what the heck it is gone. The entire human high tech is gone. And from this book, even the Taoist book is reference on Srangama, and this book of meditations book from the monk Zhi Yi. If you really want to study internal, you better know this book. And it is what you can get in Amazon, $9. Okay, this is what Kindle, $8, $13. For heaven's sake, if you don't read this kind of thing and really make sure you know it and really be able to practice it, what do you got anyway? That's how serious the problem is. The Chinese don't know. Most of Chinese don't know about it. The Westerner don't know about it. You have big name scholar there, and then many Chinese is going back, reverse translate from the English to Chinese, thinking the Westerner know more than the Chinese know because they are scholar. Well, now you are in a death trap loops. It is so simple. Just go practice like in the N1 process of the Wing Chun inception. Practice the N1 process. You take 30 minutes to do it. You take about 3 times or 4 times. You're starting to get it. And that's all. Why do you go for 100 years of guessing and everybody expert, everybody using big term, and then say, oh, this is a Taoist term, this is a Buddhist term. At the end, nobody knows what the heck's going on. And thus, nobody got the benefit. Why is the Taoist using the Buddha's sutta as a reference in the Taoist note? Why? Why? Because all the ancient real grandmaster are really open-minded people. Whatever they are, it is good. They took it and they present it. The goal, the game is, the name of the goal is to help people to understand more. It's an education. But today it turned into philosophy, my way, you have your way, my interpretation way. And then you look at Tai Chi, how many Tai Chi in the world is? You look at Wing Chun, how many Wing Chun in the world is? You look at meditation, how many mindful meditation? But hey, are you serious? That's why I say you just get an Apple Watch. You look at your heart rate variability when you do meditation. How far can you go? Now we talk science. Objective, using science as the judge, not me or whoever. If you cannot pass that, that means you have no idea what is going on. Now, why is this important? Again, as what I said just now. All this was created in the ancient. The Buddhist, the Taoist is created to help people, not spreading magic, not try to make a cult, so that everybody can use it daily to help themselves, their living. The value is to help us to live a better life. Not having 5,000 philosophy and argue everything for 100 years and nobody know what is going on. So I found out this book is because the other day people is talking in YouTube, in Chinese YouTube. And it is almost really sad to see everybody talking their way and none of them know what is going on because none of them have experience, none of them have learned anything. So I brought it up today. We in the West, we should not do that. Wasting of time, wasting your life, wasting your time. Do it properly so that everybody can benefit. That's the name of the game. That's why I make this YouTube, is because it's an education. You want to learn something beneficial to your daily life, not talking. Xu Lin Tao is a dictionary of techniques. Huh? What are you talking about? So this is what I like to share with you today, okay? I suggest that you go get the Buddhist book and read it. If you want to get the process, get my book, The Ancient Inceptions. That's like the summarize of whatever the basic. And then for the Golden Flower book, you can read it. But you need to know that there is a lot of problem in that translation. Okay. So if you base on those type of translation to build out something, so-called internal system, well, it is a disaster. You know it is a disaster.